Back in Cooper's Corner working on this 2010 GMC Acadia. We're replacing the front struts on this vehicle. The strut tops are worn out. The strut is a little worn out, 180,000 kilometers. Not sure what that is in miles. Tools you're going to need. You're going to need a hammer. You're going to need a ratchet, maybe a breaker bar, probably some WD-40, a jack and a jack stand, or two jack stands, or two jacks, whatever you like. One to jack up the car, one to jack up this assembly here so that it's not hanging by the brake flex line. A 17 mil socket for the sway bar link. You're gonna need some vice grips to hold on the back side, usually, not always. Coming over to the struts themselves, that's the old strut. This is the new strut. The old strut, you're gonna need a 24 mil socket for these two nuts. This is a 22 mil, but it's important to note that these are splined and they fit into here. This side of the strut has splines in it that match up. So you can't twist this and expect to get it out. You need to take the nut off first and then just push the bolt out. Don't try and rotate it out. The new one, that's original equipment. The new one does not have splines, so you probably could do it whichever which way you want. The old one, if you're going to replace this with original equipment, which this is just a hole. You don't need to get an alignment afterwards. You might want to anyway, just because, you know, things change and move even though they're not like a slot. Like the new one is a slot. So I'm going to try, I've marked it here. I'm going to try and bring this mark over to here so I can cheat it a little bit while I wait to go get an alignment. Other tools you're going to need, these top nuts are 15 mil. I think I mentioned a hammer, an air ratchet would be good, or just some sort of a ratchet, or maybe even, I couldn't get my little gun in there, so I used an air ratchet. Whatever you need to get your wheel off. Stay safe in there, guys. Don't risk it. I've got two jacks here and a jack stand further underneath. And make sure you put all your plastic clips back on. There's a plastic clip for this to hold it on to, I think right here somewhere. Right there. And, oh, when you're taking this off up here, there's these holes here that go along that edge there. There's those little plastic poppers, like that one. You got to take those out all the way up to about the middle, and you can just push it up, or you can take the whole thing off if you like. But underneath, what I couldn't see from the top was that there's these ones underneath that snap in underneath. You can't see that from the top, so you just need to give it a good yank up to get those off. Make sure that you slide them back in, because two of mine came out, two of the three came out. I remember it's only two actually. Well, there's a third one back there. You're going to end up taking three of those out, make sure all three of them back in. When you go to put it back in, line them up good. And when you're lining up these holes, it doesn't matter if you buy one or two. They're not left and right. The upper rotating assembly actually says it right on it. That it's upside down, but the strut can be rotated to install this strut on either side of the vehicle. So that's just a 3-bolt pattern. It doesn't matter which way. And that's the procedure for doing a complete assembly like that. If you're just doing springs or just doing struts, it's a little bit different, but figure it out. Other things you're going to need is a 22 possibly. This is the 22 if you're going to do, if you're replacing some worn out aftermarket ones. And that's about it. Happy trucking.